Let me guess, you overcooked the turkey just a little bit. Well, today on Pork Choices, we're saving the day with an easy bourbon honey ham that you can throw in the slow cooker for a few hours and be right back on track to talk religion and politics with your family. The glaze is super simple, and using the slow cooker allows us to free up the oven for other things. And just in case you're wondering, the alcohol cooks off from the bourbon, leaving behind some wonderful flavor that you and your cousins will all enjoy after you take that walk, if you know what I mean. This recipe and more here at Pork Choices Kitchen. Starting out, shout out to everyone who noticed the hard time our fridge is going through. LA water is very, very hard. Like, it'll break almost anything you put it in. And in an attempt to fix something, we only just made it 10 times worse. So thank you to all of those who sent me those Reddit links addressing how to get rid of really hard mineral deposits, as well as just a leaking water filter. However, I didn't fix the problem until after I recorded this video. So one more time for the Heart Life fridge. Anyways, let's get started on our glaze. So you could just add this all together in a medium mixing bowl and stir it together and pour it over your ham, but we're gonna heat this up today because that's gonna give us a better representation of how our glaze is going to actually taste, because maybe we wanna make some adjustments to it. Maybe it's too sweet, so we need to add another splash of bourbon or a squeeze of lemon juice. Or maybe it needs some more depth, so we can increase the Dijon mustard or some smoked paprika. Is it not spicy enough? Let's add an extra pinch of cayenne pepper. The most important thing is we just want to be able to taste this before we commit to pouring it all over our delicious ham. So for our glaze, we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar, half a cup of honey, 1/4 cup of bourbon, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, half a cup of apple cider vinegar, or you could use pineapple juice, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and the zest of 1 orange. This is optional, but it's gonna add some amazing brightness to the recipe. And we're just gonna pop that into a small saucepan over medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes to blend the flavors and slightly thicken it a bit. And then we're gonna taste it and see if we need to adjust anything. In this case, I didn't need to do anything, so we were good to go, but at least we did this just to know for sure. Now for our ham. This is a hickory smoked spiral ham that I got. It comes with a glaze, but we're not gonna use that, but don't toss it. You can use it for other things. This was about a 7 to 9 pound ham. So in our slow cooker, we're gonna place some fresh rosemary and some thyme sprigs at the bottom of the slow cooker. And this is going to infuse the ham with some aromatic flavors as it cooks. And then we'll just take our unwrapped spiral ham, we're gonna pat it with some paper towels, and then we're gonna place the ham cut side down into the slow cooker. And oh no, look at that, it's way too big. What do? Do we abandon this recipe? No, we just make adjustments. If the ham is too large, you can always trim the base slightly or tilt it to ensure a snug fit. I just took off some of these bottom ones and tucked them in on the sides. But also remember, this ham is already cooked. We're really just heating it up with the glaze, so if you wanted to make yourself a little ham sandwich before the actual ham is done, you could go for that. But do whatever you need to get it fitting into the slow cooker. And then we're gonna pour about half of our glaze all over the ham, ensuring it seeps between the spiral slices for maximum flavor. And we're gonna reserve the remaining glaze for basting later on. And then we'll just cover the slow cooker with its lid and cook on low for about 4 to 5 hours, or if you have a thermometer, until the ham is heated through and tender, about 140 degrees. And every hour, we're gonna baste it with that glaze, ensuring we get in between those slices and all around. And then just that simple, 4 to 5 hours later, you are done with an amazing bourbon honey glazed ham. Optionally, if you want to, you could preheat your oven's broiler to high and then put the ham under the broiler and let it get a little caramelization going on. I didn't do it here, but if you want to, just let it go for about 3 to 5 minutes. Definitely make sure you keep a close eye on it to avoid burning because it does have sugars in it. But you pretty much want to go until that glaze is bubbling and gold. And then you just serve the ham. Look at that, that was so simple. I just saved Thanksgiving for you, and maybe for me, because probably I already fucked up, and that's why I'm making this video, because I had to make a ham to save Thanksgiving. Transfer your ham to a serving platter, pour over any remaining glaze from the slow cooker. If you want to, you can garnish it with some fresh rosemary and thyme sprigs for elegant presentation, and then slice and serve warm alongside your favorite holiday dishes. Which again, the beauty of this recipe is that we're freeing up the oven by using the slow cooker. So that way you can use the oven for more important things like mac and cheeses. And hey, if you want to, you can prepare this glaze up to a day in advance and store it in the fridge and just warm it up slightly before using. And of course, if you have any leftover hams, you can use those to make some sandwiches, some soups, or some breakfast casseroles. Sky's the limit here. Hey everybody, this is Pork Choices Kitchen. We have a Patreon link down in the description. $1 a month is all we ask for to pay for recipes in these here inflated times. And we also have YouTube memberships. Those are $2.99 a month because YouTube likes to take its cut. Both go a long way and pay for recipes in these here inflated times. And hey, listen, hopefully you don't have a Thanksgiving emergency, but if you do, I hope this recipe really helps. I wanted to keep it short and simple because you might be panicking in the kitchen right now and you don't need all my stupid shenanigans holding you back from saving your reputation amongst your own family and friends. So until next time, I'll see you all right back here. Peace.